Hello and welcome to another episode of Supercoach Insider. My name is Ben and thank you for joining me. This is my team into round 17. There's a couple of surprising changes that I'd like to get to go through with you. So before you do though, like, subscribe, keep that positive energy going, everyone. SC Insider 100, Facebook, Twitter and Twitch as well. Audio platforms, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcast, you name it. And please do like, subscribe, keep that love up. We're really appreciating it. At the moment, Twitter and YouTube are actually killing it as far as the interaction that we get, so we really do love that. Facebook's died in the ass. I think it's the algorithms. Facebook just, I don't know. I used to be a big fan, and now Facebook seems to not have as much interaction. So there you go. Look, if you are on the Facebook, make sure you do like and follow our comments, and that way we can interact with you a little bit more. So this is how it went for the week. 2,424. Not too bad. Now, luckily, I had CCJ as an emergency. Now, my last team reveal, I was talking about, hey, let's try and save some trades, and I'll just ride Madden and CCJ and loophole them, and it's going to be wonderful. Next minute, Madden injured. CCJ comes out with a 5, gets subbed off, injured, pinged his calf. And at that point, I was just like, what am I going to do? Because I was wanting to go CCJ up to a Marshall, or I was going to be able to afford someone a little better with the extra money that I would have had. Now, the issue was, if I didn't want to keep a 5, my issue was I would have to trade Madden, and I would have to trade someone else that I had last week. So it was Madden and Jones I had. So, yeah, 240k each instead of having someone that was 285. So I ended up being a little bit short. I couldn't get Marshall, I was short there. I had about 420k, which was really upsetting. So I could have held off. I could have waited a week and traded CCJ this week. I could have got Marshall this week, but then I'd be stuck with a 5. And I don't like being stuck with 5 points and just conceding defeat. So I was looking at options. I was looking, okay, well, Tex Walker, he's still 400k. Maybe that flog can come back into my side. Thought about it. The highest averaging player at that price point, and luckily I didn't. The other one I looked at is some people commenting Norton. I was like, I don't really like. He's nice to watch, but I think he's too fluctuating for me. So interesting though. I was like, okay, well, they had a few easier opponents coming up, so people were talking about Norton. I also looked at Darling. I looked at Heaney. Lord forbid. This is what I was like scraping the barrel with. And the problem was, again, I only had 3 trades, so it was difficult. Now, the funny thing though is, as I'm looking up and I'm watching these and you're looking at players, sometimes it's a little bit like this. You go,
he might be okay. Well, no, probably not now.
Like that. So, it could be okay. And next minute, boom, Tex Walker gone. Nara Norton knocked out, boom, gone. CCJ, this could be okay. No good. So I actually went and brought in, courtesy to Chris for recommending to Goey. I was like, I need a bit of flog in my team. I need a little bit of mongrel to finish my season. And the worst part is I don't know how my season finished. My forward line is abysmal. I get rid of Zorko for points and then it backfires. Do you know what I mean? And that's my own fault because I did bless Dane Zorko. I mean, the man even said it himself when we sort of look at it. Dane Zorko, right?
Hey, Benny boy. Zork's here, mate. Hope you have a good year with Supercoach. Hopefully you pick me up. Hopefully I can get a couple of scores for you as well.
He's going to get me some points. The Zork, and I blessed him and he got knocked out he got suspended for a week. Hurt me. And of course I blessed the man, so I can't wish bad things on him. So, but when I look at my forward line now, I'm like, how the F did I get here? Like, I don't know if any of you have done this before where you're like, how did I get here? All these players that I wanted to bring in, and this is a lesson for next year, right, is people that I wasn't actually looking at prior to the season. I was going off recent form, okay, and sometimes it works. Aaron Hall, recent form, I should have brought him in, but I was like, no, I'm going to hold out for Shai Bolton. And then getting there and going, Langford, he's Toby Green's got the first buy, should get him or Aaron Hall. And I was like, oh no, well, can Langford average 100 for the rest of the year? He was killing it for about a 3 or 5 round average. And I was like, I'll take that gamble. And yeah, just bad decision after bad decision. So Bolton was horrible. Langford has been okay, but again, horrible. He's pretty much gone from being a really good averager for a few rounds, and that's my own fault. Chris did try and convince me to get Aaron Hall, and I chose to ignore him. And now, because of that, and on overspending on Shai Bolton has hurt. I spent, an extra 60,000. Then I've ended up forced to go and get another flog. And I'll look at my forward line going, how did I get here? So my defense is awesome. My midfield is elite. And then I'm kind of put together this little patched together forward line. So I've got Zeeble, Danger, Dusty, Bolton, Langford, DeGoey. I'm going to limp across the line. And to be honest, this week I even thought with the 75,000 I've got, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just go call it CCJ. I'll just throw 75 on him and get Heaney. I'll just loophole. And I'll have cover for the forward line, cover for the midfield, cover for defense because Laird can go back. Martin or someone can go into the midfield. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Because when you look back at everything, it's...
Wait a minute, look! It's Captain Hindsight!
It's Captain Hindsight. Nice little South Park reference there for you. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. And this week, I made a bad captain decision, all because I wanted to stick it up Chris and have Bontempelli as captain because he didn't have Bontempelli at all, and I thought it would be hilarious. I got screwed because Swizz had VC Dangerfield. Chris had VC Parrish. Both of them laughing, and here I come along with VC Gawn, because Gawn's gone like 150 the last few times he's played GWS. And then I've gone to C on Bontempelli, and I've literally just butchered it. I ended up sliding a few places. I think I am now 400 and... Yeah, I didn't have a bad week. 2,424, I slid 58 places, so I'm now 420th. The day has come, though, and because of that captain decision, the captain, if I had have gone, McRae would have been much better with an extra, 50 points or so. I dare say I'd still be ahead of Chris, but the day has come. Chris is now ahead of me. So it's weird. We're meant to be recording soon. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'll let you know. It's interesting. It's interesting. So I don't really want to cop the flack, which I'm going to. Meanwhile, I'm happy, though. This is the first time that the SC Insider boys, so Swizz, myself, and Chris, are all in the top 500. So I'm happy. I just wish I'd be ahead of Chris. And Swizz overtook me again, too. So last week, it's like playing golf. I teed off, and then the next round, I have an absolute mozza. And then the next tee off, it's Swizz, Chris, and then me, and I've gone from first to last. And like Ricky Bobby says, if you're not first, you're last. So we got to keep going for that win. But I don't have many trades, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see how we go with that. At this point, CCJ looks like he's only a 1 weeker. They said he'll rest up and should be all right for next week's selection. I'll probably just keep him at this point, keep my one trade. And I've got that bit of money in case, say, someone gets injured for not many. So they get subbed out at halftime or they get injured. I've at least got 75 that I can try and upgrade that person to the best premium that I can. And I think that's probably going to generate me the most amount of points. DeGoey was actually really impressive, playing a lot more midfield like he did, I think, in Bucks' last game. He also hit the scoreboard a little bit. I think kicked 1 goal, 2 around that. And he actually showed up to play. He was probably the most impressive Collingwood player that actually had and came with intent. So I'm hoping he carries that through for the rest of the year. And, we can only learn those lessons for next year in what we'll do. And mind you, I went back looking through my team. I had so many injuries this year to start with. I started Dangerfield, got injured. Lockie Neal, obviously, I traded out because he was, started off real slow. I traded him back in because, I'm a sucker for that kind of action. I had Caldwell get injured, so I started with Caldwell, so he was gone. I had quite a few, actually, and... Dunkley got injured, and then when I look at my team, I'm like, no wonder. I've just been injured, trade. I think Tex, had missed a week, so I traded him out, and he was playing poorly at that time. Now he's going to miss another week anyway for those that own him, so it's just one of those things. The thing I am happy with my side, though, at the moment is coverage. I've got, Bianco, who I can play in that defensive line. I've got, Newcomb and Bramble have actually been doing really well there. CCJ will provide me cover once... he's back probably from next week, and I think he is in their best side once they're playing because he tends to provide them a really good option there. So Neil should be playing this week, hopefully. Otherwise, I've got pretty good coverage in these rookies, which is more than I can say for other years. So at this point, I think I'll just keep this one trade. What is it, round 17? So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So we've got 7 rounds to go. This is the time of year anyway, so finals will be coming up soon, so you got to plan yourself there. I'm going to do a little podcast with Swizz and hopefully Chris in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. I might even do a live probably tomorrow before the bounce, once teams are named and that kind of thing. I might even do the first Twitch live stream for the year where I can answer some questions and that kind of thing. So, Bingo, mate, I haven't forgotten about you. I know I've ignored a couple of your messages, mate, but I'm thinking we might get into that. And if you're interested, if you're not sure what to do with your team and you like some first opinions, then we might even do a little Twitch stream tomorrow night for an hour and answer some of your questions. That's it from me. I'm just going to go through my captains for this week now. And I think the easy one for me, first of all, don't pick Gawn at this point in time. Jackson's been taking half the hit out, so I don't know what that is, whether they're trying to freshen him up for finals, because Melbourne will be playing finals. So just stay away from Gawn at this point in time for VC and C. 100 flat. So, I mean, he's going to go big at some point. It's just one of those things. Maybe towards the end of the season, Gawney will come back into it, but I think I would hold off for now. The easiest one at the moment is Collingwood, I think. So Richmond still don't have Nankervis in, I believe. I think Nank's getting close. I don't think he's this week, but he's close. So if Nank's not named, I think Grundy's the easy one. He's come back in good form. He's hit like a 120, 130 the first couple of rounds back in. So I think he's the good one there. If you have Parrish, easily choose him for Adelaide. He's been on an absolute heater. Don't even mind looking at Merritt or something for a VC there. Hawks, Geelong, don't pick up, don't VC or put the captain on Walsh. It looks like he might be getting tagged this week, so that's an interesting one there. So it looks like the Geelong tagger, can't remember his name off the top of my head, he should be fit, so I'd stay away from Walsh this week. And if Cripps is injured or doesn't get up, then that's going to be even worse for him. So stay away from there. Brisbane and Saints, I think that's Brisbane don't tag, so I think Steele's just going to go head-to-head with probably Lions, and they'll both just rack up heaps of pill, heaps of tackles, because they both like it that way. Lockie Neal as well, if he's fit, could also be a nice little options there, because Saints, again, don't pay that much attention to midfielders. Bulldogs versus Sydney could be an interesting one. Someone will probably get some attention, so I'm not too sure there. And they only play an hour and 10 minutes before the Collingwood game, so... so for me, I think I'm going with Oliver maybe, or looking at a Neil or a Steele as my VC this week, and then Grundy as captain. So, look, let us know what you're thinking and what your plans are, and we'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.